Jeremy Howe and Adam Treloar celebrate a goal. Collingwood has climbed into the top 8 after completely dominating the second half against the Western Bulldogs to win by 35 points at Etihad Stadium on Friday night. The Magpies trailed by 26 points early in the second quarter and struggled to find a target in attack for much of the first half as the Bulldogs' defenders ruled the air inside their forward 50. However, the Pies seized control of the game with a 4-goal-to-none third quarter and then put the Dogs to the sword with another 4 goals in the final term to power to a 13.12, 90-8.7, 55 victory. Match details all the stats and stories from Pies v Dogs. After kicking 8 goals in the first half to lead by 18 points at the main break, the Dogs went goalless in the second half, kicking just 4 behinds. Brodie Grundy, 26 possessions, 38 hitouts, 7 marks and 7 clearances, was outstanding for Collingwood, dominating the ruck contests against Jordan Roughead and Tom Boyd, and providing a hard-running target around the ground all night. The Magpies' win broke a string of 5 consecutive losses against the Bulldogs. Entering Friday night's game, they had not defeated them since round 12, 2013, and took them to 6th on the ladder, although they will slide out of the top 8 by the end of round 10 if North Melbourne, Geelong and Hawthorn win. The tireless run of Adam Treloar, 40 possessions, 6 inside 50s and 2 goals, and Tom Phillips, 36 possessions and 1 goal, was vital to the Pies' comeback win, while the composure of skipper Scott Pendlebury, 32 possessions and 6 clearances, was important all night. Will Hoskin-Elliott, 2 goals, was a lively performer in attack, while Tom Langdon, Matthews, Scherenberg and Lyndon Dunn kept things tight in defence. There was one sour late in the game for Collingwood, with big man Mason Cox set to come under the scrutiny of the match review officer after a bump on Jason Johannesson. Although the Bulldog appeared to emerge unhurt from the incident, Cox cannoned into him with his hip while he had his head over the ball, a potentially dangerous action that is unlikely to sit well with MRO Michael Christian. On a disappointing night for the Dogs, Captain Easton Wood, 15 possessions and 10 marks, worked tirelessly in defence, while Toby McLean, 35 possessions, and Jack McRae, 30, fought hard in the midfield. The Magpies did all the attacking at start of the game, but struggled to find targets inside their forward 50. Finally, from their 9th inside 50, Tom Phillips kicked the game's opening goal and score, but after that breakthrough the Bulldogs seized the momentum and, unlike Collingwood, made the most of their control of general play. The Dogs piled on the next 5 goals, 2 of them through Tory Dixon, who was returning from a hamstring injury that had sidelined him since round 5, and 2 of them courtesy of 50 meters penalties given away by the Pies. The Bulldogs went into quarter-time with a 25-point lead, but Collingwood suddenly found a spark early in the second term with 2 goals in less than 2 minutes through Treloar and Josh Thomas. The Pies still hadn't taken a mark inside their forward 50 at that stage, but they managed to cut the Bulldogs' lead to 6 points at the 24-minute mark after consecutive goals from Langdon and Jayden Stevenson. However, when Billy Gowers goaled after taking a strong pack mark close to goal and former number 2 draft pick Josh Hatch, in his first game in Bulldogs colours, converted a 35 meters set shot, the Dogs extended their lead back out to 18 points at halftime. At that stage, the Bulldogs had taken 9 marks inside their forward 50 to Collingwood's 2. Jordan De Goey, fresh off a match-winning 6-goal performance against St Kilda last week, started as the Magpies' deepest forward, but he was held scoreless and to just 5 possessions by Zane Cordy in the opening 2 terms. De Goey was moved into the midfield at the start of the second half, from which time his night and, particularly, the Magpies took a big turn for the better. Medical room Collingwood, Travis Varka's night ended early in the final term when he came off the ground with a hamstring injury. Western Bulldogs, Zane Cordy spent the entire second half on the bench after suffering a delayed concussion from a head knock in the second quarter. Next up, Magpies host Fremantle at the MCG next Sunday, having won their past 5 games against the Dockers at the home of football. The Bulldogs play Melbourne next Saturday at Etihad Stadium, where they lost to the Demons by 57 points in Round 13, 2017, Collingwood 1.15.39.8 13.12 90, Western Bulldogs 5.28.38.58.7 55 goals Collingwood, Treloar 2 Thomas 2, Hoskin Elliott 2, Phillips, Stevenson, Sidebottom, Pendlebury, Dacos, Adams, Langdon Western Bulldogs, Dixon 2, Routgood 2, Boyd, Gowers, Shach, Suckling Best Collingwood, Treloar, Phillips, Grundy, Pendlebury, Crisp, Scherenberg, Dunn, Greenwood Western Bulldogs, McLean, Hunter, McRae, Routgood, Dullhouse Injuries Collingwood, Varcoff, Hamstring, Cox, Knee, Western Bulldogs, Cordy, Concussion, Reports, Mason Cox reported for rough conduct on Jason Johannesson in the fourth quarter. Umpires, Meredith, Findlay, John Funya. Official crowd, 37,985 at Etihad Stadium.